Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. You are watching Heart to Heart with the Breakfast Club, and we are all digital business owners. That's when you mix the D and the B up, and we work online. Our intention here is to have open dialogue about various subjects and hopefully get you thinking. Please keep in mind we are expressing our own opinions and drawing from our own experiences. We value everyone's opinions and beliefs and would love to hear from you. Today's topic is finding balance in life. Most people are busy with family, work, hobbies, and community responsibilities, and sometimes people allow their schedules to take control of their lives, and priorities might get disorganized. This has happened to all of us at one point or another, and as a result, we feel stressed, frustrated, and tired. Here are a few ways to get back on track. Assess your current lifestyle and responsibilities, set goals and prioritize, manage your time effectively and efficiently, practice self care and prioritize your health. Now, to me, this is one of the most important points. If you don't take care of yourself, no one else is going to do it, and there is nothing more important than your health. Establish boundaries, seek support, and delegate tasks. It all sounds really easy, doesn't it? Just, uh, just 1, 2, 3, get it all done. uh, but to really find balance and peace in your life, you have to look within, not outside of yourself, in the things you do, buy, and achieve. One of the aspects of my online business I just love is I can prioritize my schedule for the most important aspects of finding balance in my life. And I have the time to be still and reflect and go within, which is so important to me in finding that balance. Okay, let's go to the girls and see what they have to say. Okay, Pam, your turn.
Good morning, everyone. Balance, time, quite a struggle at times, I have to say. Especially when you're working like right now, I just started my second part-time job for summer season. I help my uncle at the cottages, so I try to help out there when I can. And another time, I'll be doing my home care worker position. And then I get to visit this beautiful bunch here and build my own online business. Along with all that, I'm a wife, so I'm here taking care of the household chores, and I have a husband. So things get quite busy at times. So sometimes you might think she look inside her door and she looks like a squirrel. She's going from here to there. But with practice, you get better, right? Because since I've joined the online space, you get to learn techniques on how to block your time. I have a half an hour here, so I'm going to spend it doing household chores. I have an hour here, so I'm going to spend it on my business. I need to keep up on my training. I need to get in touch with that, do my emails and things like that. And that is one of the beauties with this online space because you can do it whenever you have time. Whether it be an hour before you go to bed or an hour before you start anything else in the morning. But yes, there can be a struggle with time and balance. We all have 24 hours in a day, and it's up to us how we choose to use it. Sometimes we have a good day, and then when we don't, we forgive ourselves and we go on to the next. I used to make lists of chores that I had to do, but I had to stop that because I found I was being very disappointed in myself if I didn't get through the chores that I had listed. So I get up in the morning and I have my routine and I go about my day and I do my little block sections of what I need to touch on each day. So that's it for me. Thank you. And I hope you all balance your day.
Thank you, Pam. Very good points. And right, like the busier you are, the more organized you seem to get, right? Because you have no choice. You just kind of have to get a little bit more organized. There's this saying, and I can't remember who said it, but if you want anything to get done, give it to a busy person because they prioritize things. They just, I got to get bang, bang, bang. I got to get this done. So, yeah, great points. Okay, Jose.
Well, I wish I could say that I have everything figured out. Pam, you're so organized. That's so nice. Um, so definitely identifying priorities. Oh, good morning, by the way, everyone. Identifying priorities is definitely at the top of the list for being organized and being able to recognize. I come from a healthcare background, so we use the word triage very often. So out of that list, what is the most important thing to do? So maybe like feeding the family is important. But there's on the bigger scale, you have to have your priorities. And what Krista said, if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of others. I'm still working on that as well. But I know that when I do prioritize myself, I have better days, right? Like this morning I was up and I did my routine and I feel better just starting off. And then there's setting boundaries. Oh, you guys all know how good I am with that. Eh? Oops, not. But it is so important to set boundaries. And I'm learning to do that more and more as well. Because, again, if I can't take care of what I need to do, like, like working on the business. So I need to have those blocks that Pam was talking about that are, like they're not, they're there. There's always some flexibility to them, but you have to be able to get to them to be able to move forward, right? So, and that's also commitment and other things that come into play. So I usually try and do all that in the morning, and then the rest of my day is free to do other things. But we're so lucky because business is here, right, on our phone. So as long as I have my phone on me, I can I can stop and chat with whoever's asking questions or whatever, and you just move on. The other thing is embracing the flexibility. So all of a sudden we've decided we're moving. So you got to look at your list. I'm triaging. I'm saying, okay, well, my number one thing is definitely, I don't have children in the house. Well, I have a husband, but he can fix his own breakfast, lunch, whatever, and he can help out with other things. So, being able to embrace the flexibility of saying, okay, well, now we have to, change the routine a little bit. But what's the most important thing? It's still setting time for myself. It's still being able to make sure that, the bills are paid and that I'm paying attention to anyone that comes onto the platform and needs help with their business as well. So, so it's a huge balancing act. I wish I could say that I'm getting better at all of that. But it's a constant learning curve, and that's what life is about. But as long as I'm looking after myself, I feel great. So thank you, everyone. Have a great day. Great to be here today.
Thank you, Jose, and some really great points. Yeah, you never know what life's going to bring at us, right? Like for you, you're moving now. We just never know. We got to go with the flow, not get all stressed out about it, and just do it, right? Just do it. I know that my dad used to say, just do it. Anyways, okay, Jesse, your turn.
Good morning, ladies. Finding balance. So prior to me deciding to seek a side business on the online space, of course, I work full time. I have children, I have church activities, and I thought that was enough. I couldn't do anymore. But it's amazing how, as humans, you learn to adapt when you have a lot of things to juggle, right? I think it's our nature, but we don't really tap into it until um, you are in the moment, and then you learn how to adjust, how to balance. And being a woman, I think you can all attest to that, how we balance our various lives. I think Pam touched on that. But embarking on the online space, my goodness, I have learned so much that, of course, I'm an online business owner. I'm going to have a full time job. I'm going to have children. And I'm still going to learn to balance it all out and make it work because I have a purpose, I have a goal. And whether it works today or it doesn't work today, I'm still going to push through because my why is bigger than anything else. So, balance is just moving on every day, and whether you get through or not, just don't quit as we learn in our business, and keep pushing through, and eventually we will all achieve our goal. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you, Jesse, and some more great points. And it's about being kind with yourself too, right? Like if you don't get everything that you wanted done in on your list or in your imaginary list in your head, you just have to say, okay, it's still going to be there tomorrow. I'll get it done tomorrow and let it go, right? Or else otherwise you're going to be stressed out all the time. So, okay, Shanaz, your turn.
Good morning, ladies. Good to see all of you. What can I say? How can I start? Because finding a balance in life is involved with the harmonizing the variety of aspect of our lives. It's like our health, our work life, our physical health, which I mentioned, mental health, financial health, and as well as setting the boundary. So I came to this conclusion. We all were used to live as an ordinary life until this situation came up back a few years ago. And people were thinking that is the normal life. But they realized no, paying attention to yourself, to being with your family, looking after your health, looking after your financial aspect, all of these, prioritizing each of them accordingly is a very different lifestyle we got introduced to it, which means it brings the attention back to ourselves and our way of living life. So again, I bring to the business because that has the greatest impact in my life to learn for better, for my mental health, my physical health. And here, you don't need to worry about your financial health because before you were worried, you don't have a healthy financial situation. Here, you have to worry how to control them, put them in the right investment, and how to, because of the large amount of earning you create for yourself, how to make sure this balance is proper and you pay the tax for that. That one, I love it because it creates the really balance in our life. When you have that assurance financially, you are secure, you don't need to worry. That gives the inner peace and peace of mind. So I love that one. I think to me is one of the most important aspect of our, business as a digital business owner. I love it. Of course, is the continuously process. You have to make sure that the self-awareness is always there, to pay attention to it, and make sure have in your mind your goal and your values. So don't fall off the track, right? So that's all I can say. I love it what I'm doing. I love the opportunities I am facing to it, and because of peace of mind, I'm enjoying it. I'm not as stressed out as I used to be.
That's great. Thank you so much for your points. Great points, Shanaz. I like the
Thank you.
one about setting boundaries, which is so
Yes.
important and so hard for most of us. Like setting boundaries. I know that when I first started setting boundaries, and that was years ago, I'm great at doing it now. But at
Yes.
years ago, it's you feel so uncomfortable with it. You don't want to hurt people's feelings. You don't, you want to please everybody. And so you just set the boundaries and then you feel guilty. But now it's like once you start doing it, you find how much easier it is and you really start taking care of yourself better.
And
So,
this all comes from this business, which we have so many quality feature in this business for educating ourselves, learning new way of living life. I
yeah,
love it. Without the costing, you are learning. That's
yeah.
the greatest part.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, paying taxes is always important. We should pay our taxes. So that was another good point. Okay, Raquel, your turn.
Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever part of the world you are watching. Yes, finding balance in our life is really important. It's easy to really to get out of track, right? Uh, I think for me is yes. Everyone mentioned the prioritize and set boundaries. We have to identify our priorities and allocate our time, your time, and energy accordingly. We have to learn to say no to commitments that don't align with our priorities, right? We have to learn that. And setting boundaries is essential for maintaining balance in various aspects of our life, right? Whether it is work or a relationship. For me, I'm working full time, and I have a we we have online business, and then on my days off, they still ring me up, and then because we lack of people, we lack of staff at work, and sometimes you have to say no, even though you want to help. You have to say no because you have other priorities in life, not just work, 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 right? And person practice self-care as well. That's the one I want to say. Make self-care a priority in our routine. uh, this one probably includes meditating, exercise, um, yeah, watch movies. So you have to relax sometimes. You cannot just work. And in our business, online business, sometimes it's overwhelmed, especially if you don't know how to uh, put a list that we have to do. So we have to manage our time, right? So we have to do that. We have to take care of ourselves, not only improves our physical and mental health, but also enhances our ability to handle life's challenges with resilience. And another thing is um, embrace flexibility. I mentioned that as well. Josie, you mentioned this one as well. So all of you must have mentioned this one, the embrace of flexibility and adaptability. Life is unpredictable, right? And maintaining balance requires flexibility and adaptability. Be open to change and willing to adjust uh, our plans when necessary, instead of striving for perfection. Aim for progress and be kind to yourself when don't things uh, when things don't go as planned, right? And cultivating mindset cultivating a mindset of flexibility helps you help us navigate through life's ups and downs more smoothly. And these activities in our daily life can find greater harmony and balance, leading to more fulfilling and enjoyable existence. Right? Thank you so much for listening. Thank you. That's it for me.
Mm. Thank you, Raquel. Some really great points. Flexibility and adaptability and being open to change. Yes, always all great points. Thank you so much. And Raquel is joining us from Australia. That's why she has a little bit of a lag when she comes on, but that is why we love having her. And it's nighttime there. It's morning for us, but she's nighttime there. Anyways, I just wanted to say good morning to Janice and Sayada, who are watching us. And Sayada is reaching out, and I will reach out to you after our go live, Sayada. Okay, Tina, your turn.
Very nice. Hi, everybody. How's it going? Oh, my goodness. How many times do I set the reset button for this topic every day? Actually, it's funny, like so many topics that you bring to us every day. My husband and I seem to have a conversation around it. We had a conversation around this yesterday because we very often make time for the things that we want to do and not time for the things that we need to do. So we're a little out of balance there. And you said at the very beginning, it comes from within, and that's what it is. Like, and that's what we got to yesterday when we had our discussion was we have to turn this around because we need to kind of like divvy this up a little bit and figure out how we can have a better balance. Mindset, huge factor in all of it. I think everybody kind of alluded to that. There isn't really anything that needs any further coverage because everybody has touched on pretty much everything when it comes to maintaining balance in your life. But when it comes to the business, thank goodness for automation, right? We have that because if we didn't have that, I don't think we would be here today because we'd all be pulling our hair out. Anyway, this is a great topic. Thanks, Krista.
Thank you, Tina. Yeah, automation, right? That's what makes our whole business is the automation and why we can do it on the go and weave it into our lives because we all have busy lives. We all have families. Some of us have jobs, and other things going on in our lives. It's just not about the online space. And the automation is one of the pluses for sure, without a doubt. And mindset. You're so right. Mindset is where it all comes down to and how you deal with everything. Perfect. Okay, Elena, your turn.
Good morning, everybody. Yes, talk about having flexibility and embracing your time. For those of you that know me, you know that I have aging parents, and they will throw my calendar out of whack in a heartbeat, which which has happened in the past. But the ability to get back on track, which takes takes. I think I'm not exactly a pro at it, but I'm getting better. And also because I've learned because of this business as well is to have boundaries. Of course, the things that you can't control, there aren't, boundaries are out the window, but it is important to have the boundaries, and because it's so easy to, regardless if you have a full-time job or just working on the business or part-time jobs, it's so easy to accept that phone call from somebody and say, hey, let's go for coffee. And it sounds all elaborate and everything because you really need that, but you have to set your time and say, maybe not now, or maybe in 20 minutes. That's the kind of boundaries that I'm talking about. Also, it would be great to just pick up and go and travel. Um, and, for some of us, we have different responsibilities, so we need to keep that in line. So I have, my calendar that you should see what's inside that thing. Um, Although I use my calendar on my phone, and they're kind of simultaneously synced in together because, as much as I love the internet and the automation and everything, I'm still a paper girl. So in case, like this morning, I was on my laptop with this program here, and there's no internet so now I had to hop onto my cell phone because for some reason now there's internet. So that for that reason, that's why I'm still a paper girl. But yes, boundary is important, and discipline, which is another one. Very hard to do, but you have to be disciplined and keep to your calendar. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great day.
Thank you, Elena. Yep, some more great points. Elena's our calendar girl. She's the one with the calendar and has everything written down. And if we forget something, it's like, Elena, what's in your calendar? Tell us. So yeah, and paper's always good, like you said, because if the internet goes down, you always have your calendar, your paper calendar, right? So whatever works for you, right? Like some people they won't do anything but automation. Other people won't do anything but paper. Maybe having a combination of both, and then you have a little bit of both, right? Like it's just whatever works for you. So there you go, everyone. I hope you heard some really great points on hopefully getting yourself a little bit more organized. And I hope you enjoyed our discussion and it gave you some food for thought. If it sparked your interest in our online business and you're open to finding out more, register for our free live information session happening tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go to the website of the person's page you're watching from and register, or send them off a message and they will make sure you get the website to register. A replay is available as well if this time frame doesn't work for you. Balance is not something you find, it's something you create. Jana Kingsford. So there you go, everyone. I'm signing off. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Take care.